Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. We're back in the Thinkfold, ready to witness the Dwarrowmoot, I guess. And I also guess this will be finally it. This will be finally the day in which we get to the level cap. We still have a couple more quests left to do to finish the Legacy of Durin, but my intention is to hit the level cap with the last quest of chapter 11, which is really close. And as I was saying, there are a couple more quests still left, and I don't remember exactly how long they are, but I think we have pretty good chances today for that. Can you imagine? Oh, that would be so cool. Many dwarves have arrived for Dwarrowmoot, but not enough. Yeah, I would agree. Definitely not enough. 6 dwarves. Yeah, I guess that counts as many. But I mean, with all the dwarves we talked to at the end of the last episode, you would think there would be more dwarves in here. And sadly, that's not the case. So, give me just a moment. I'm having some issues with my mouse. Not answering. Okay, here we go.
Some dwarves have arrived, but not enough. Not nearly enough.
What is taking them so long, Beriathan? Mótsog has less than a day remaining to him, and I am relying upon him to strike fear into the dragon's heart. If the Greymaul is unable to stand with us, perhaps the dwarves are stopping to fight orcs and Angmarim on the way? Thin their numbers in the Welkin-lofts and diminish the potential distractions for dwarves coming to the fold, Beriathan? Oh no. Thin their numbers. Ah, that's what you're asking me to do. And diminish the potential distractions for dwarves coming. Okay. Orkind and Angmarim. Come on, Durin. I thought you were gonna... summon the Dwarrowmoot yet, but... Well, then again, I was also counting on more dwarves being here. Up front, so... I guess we can do that. Sage's repository, I would take it, hoping that that one will contain... hoping that that one will contain a shard, maybe. Not entirely sure what you can do with shards. I've been looking, seems you can craft some essences, some gear. It's still a good idea to gather as many of those as you can, of course. But I'm still yet to decide what I'm gonna do with them. I mean, just by getting the rare chests in all of Gundabad, you end up with close to 40 shards, and maybe you get lucky, get a couple more from your crafting resources and everything, but there are some things that don't cost much. Essences, I think, are only cost 1 shard per recipe. But on the other hand, we have things like armor and jewelry that will cost 3 shards per piece. And that is quite a lot. from over here. A really nice little view of the Dread Spire from up here. Really nice, especially once again, daytime. Does look better, my opinion. Not a big nighttime guy, but I guess there's gonna be someone who prefers the game at night as opposed to day. And for some locations I would agree. I would say places like Lorien or Rivendell change so much during nighttime that it's really difficult for me to say which one I like best. But I will say I think I like Lothlorien at night a little bit more than Lothlorien at day. But it's one of the few areas in which that happens. Here's sick. Go inside, make sure you don't miss it. Don't say I didn't warn you if you don't go. Right, one more Angmarim in here. I don't see any other ones nearby. Guess I just gotta keep my eyes open. Jeez. Wanna die again? Alright. Happy to oblige. Jeez. Always remember. Always forget the orcs in Gundabad. Some of them do that. One that absorbs damage as morale. Real pain. I mean, it's not really that complex of an effect to handle. It's just that if you miss it, then you lose so much time waiting for it to run out. Alright, one more Angmarim in here. Hopefully the guys over there would have respawned by now. Please tell me some of them did. Oh, thank you, they did. Up to Durin. Alright. Seems we can finally get this Dwarrowmoot started. So let's see. More dwarves? Alright, that looks more like it.
It is time for Dwarrowmoot.
That was all we needed, Beriathan, and I thank you for your efforts on behalf of the Gabil'akkâ. More dwarves have arrived. It is time for Dwarrowmoot.
Are you ready, my friend?
Absolutely. Shorty of death, damage over time? I think... Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's a tracery that I haven't updated. But it's sure nice to have. Yeah. Yeah, might as well. It's a teal for a teal. And we get some extra, yeah. Some extra levels out of it. So yeah, that worked out. Finally, a good tracer in here. Although I'm still holding on to some of the ones we got before, waiting for the Warden revamp. Hopefully we'll get some new tracers, cool tracers.
Longbeards, Shellrukah, stout axes, hear me now. I call for Dwarrowmoot. All of you know why we are here. This is a sacred place. A dwarf place. This is Gundabad.
Alright, who we have here? Ingor Venko Imak, the newcomer. Yeah, it has not revealed himself. I think it would cause quite an outrage if the truth were to come out. Bori, Vosia, Shellrukah, Vadenok, that name doesn't ring any bell. Pelagi, seems those are representatives from other clans. Broin, Fastrit, Stali. Oh come on, you didn't invite Kirstic, she's gonna be so upset. Wish me good fortune in this, Beriathan. A murmur of discontent ripples through the crowd of dwarves, and Durin falls silent. We should hear what he has to say. That depends on what it might be. Why so salty today, Ingor? Ah, so it does. Shellrukah are not a big fan of this, it seems. You will honor the prince. He is no prince of mine. That's technically true, but still. Are we not dwarves?
Most of us have known only stories of the mountain home. But those tales are as well known to us as the names of our near kin. I called for dwarves to take back Gundabad. Not just Longbeards, but dwarves. And this be the response. Dwarves of every clan, from the far reaches of Middle-earth. Can anything be more clear than this? Hear me now. Gundabad belongs not only to the Longbeards, but to all dwarves. Is this not so, Ingor?
Aye, Durin. This is wisdom indeed. Some among my people doubted you would see it. Not I, of course.
Yeah, right. Your laughter is disturbed by the sound of a rushing wind.
What is that? Dragon.
Foolish insects. Everything you have done has been to my design.
Lies!
It was I who whispered poison into the ears of your prince beside the anvil of Winterstone. It was I who urged him to march on Gundabad too soon, without time enough to ready his forces. Now, it will be the death of his people.
Heed not the voice of the dragon. These falsehoods have no power over me, worm. And neither do you. For I am Durin the Seventh, the Durin of old, reborn anew.
It matters not. The armies I command do not have the will to resist my voice.
Sounds of thousands of approaching orcs reverberates among the mountains. Garalift hears them too.
Do you hear that? We will be surrounded.
Hrímil Frost Hearts!
No! How is this possible?
Hrímil flees to the highest peak above Gundabad.
What just happened? How is it you wield that hammer? What is your name, stranger?
He is a dwarf, and he fights for Gundabad. That is enough.
Could be, yeah. The Dwarrowmoot is over, Beriathan. Now we have no choice. All will be decided in the moments to come. Yeah, that's something I also forgot to mention. Well, now that Durin has recovered all his memories, he has also regained all his wisdom from his past 6 lives. So it would make sense he would change his demeanor a little bit with the other dwarves, the way he addresses them and the way he leads them. And I think we got to see a little bit of that in this instance. Yeah, Durin does change after regaining his memories, as you would expect, of course.
Hrímil's armies approach. Now, the fate of Gundabad will be decided. Mótsog must reach the peak.
I need you to get him near enough that he can strike the killing blow upon the dragon. Can you do this? You assure Durin that you will see it done. I entrust no one else with this, my friend. All now depends upon you and the last of the Greymauls. If we do not see each other again, know that it has been an honor to fight alongside you, Beriathan. He clasps your hand briefly and raises the red axe in quick salute. Are you ready? Yeah, almost, because... Yeah, I just have enough space to receive the reward from this quest and not go over cap.
Then, and hurry! Our time is running short!
The Gabil'akkâ will clear a path for you. Well, let us go then.
To must reach the peak!
Durin's forces have opened an aisle for us. We must pass through it and climb the mountain. Let none stand in our way.
This way, friend of Durin.
On the way. Friend and enemy of Durin. That's the way he addressed him as well. Feels appropriate, I guess. Right behind you, Mótsog.
Now, we must climb.
It is a long way to the summit, friend of Durin. We cannot stop now.
We must reach the top before the setting of the sun. Forward. Keep climbing.
So cool that we get to move well in these special camera modes, especially this one that gives you such a nice view of the climb that you are taking with Mótsog. Yeah, really liked it. A short moment, but really nice view once again. Here we are, it seems. We are nearly there. Mótsog looks out over the yawning brink, unconcerned by the great height. The waning light of day occupies his every thought. I will face the dragon, but I will need you to stand against her minions. Can you do this?
Then come, friend of Durin. While there is still time left.
What are you doing here?
Rúvaran!
Did I not warn you, Rúvaran?
The Black Anvil!
This is the Black Stone Anvil of my friend Durin.
It belongs to me now, and will be the centerpiece of Angmar's ascension.
What do you want? What do you want to do?
When we have finished etching these runes upon its surface, we will use it to bring down the blood. The enemies of Angmar will be swept away.
Stand aside. I have business with your master.
The dragon is not my master. I serve Angmar, now and forever!
Well, at least we got the answer of what was the Angmarim plan with the Anvil, although it's still not fully clear. I mean, yeah.
These cultists have delayed us too long.
Yeah, they were trying to take down the mountain, but still.
How is it you still live?
I fight for Durin, the true lord of Gundabad.
Gorgar, put an end to this creature.
There he comes. He looks angry.
This is some foul about dwarf magic, I want nothing to do with it. Slay him yourself.
Gorgar, I command it.
I will not join my brother in death for you. I refuse.
Yeah, Gorgar also died under a mithril weapon. Well, Mótsog, I should say.
Refuse.
No! No!
Yeah, it seems in the end he could not escape Hrímil's sway. Sun slips behind the distant hills.
Your minions are slain. Hrímil Frostheart.
What is wrong with you? Your strength departs.
I have strength enough to slay you, worm.
Whatever sorcery keeps you alive has nearly fled. I have only to wait.
Uh-oh.
See how weak you become.
Friend of Durin, follow me.
What do you want, Mótsog?
What are you trying to do? Hiding will avail you nothing.
Stand behind the anvil, friend of Durin.
Oh. Yeah, I think I remember
I
now.
can reach you from here.
Oh.
What are you doing?
All I can!
Awesome. So using the enemy's plans against them, against their... The dragon flees, wounded and in terror. Gundabad is yours.
The dragon's cowardly escape has broken the spirit of her armies!
They flee and scatter, seeking for Gorgar to lead them. They know not that he is dead, but the rumor will spread. Injured as she is, Hrímil will not prevent us from reclaiming the mountain home. Gundabad is ours!
Let all take up the cheer! Gundabad is ours!
Hrímil Frostheart is wounded, and we will need to deal with her. But for now, let us enjoy the victory. What say my dwarves? What say my courageous allies? Let all take up the cheer! Gundabad is ours! Alright. This is the end, so... let's talk to Ingor.
Dourhand has agreed that the Jewel will have a place in Gundabad, and I am satisfied.
Let the old rivalries wash away in the torrent of our shared hardships, and let new bonds be forged by the blood we spilled together. There will still be work to do to make a home for my people in Gundabad, but I welcome it. If you help us, the work will be easier. What say you to this, Beriathan? Good, good. The Shellroca welcome your assistance. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I always felt the Shellroca allegiance is supposed to come after you finish the epic and all of Gundabad. This a little dialogue from Ingor, and some of the missions of that allegiance will have you go to different places in Gundabad, which would feel really unnatural if you do the allegiance before completing Gundabad. If you remember the Mordor allegiances, they only unlocked after you finished the Black Book and all other quests in Mordor, and my theory is the devs maybe had something similar in mind for this one, but since this allegiance deals with missions and missions are open to level 20, they could not key the content this time, but the spirit still remains.
We have done it!
Prince Durin has achieved what he swore to do, and the mountain home has been reclaimed. Aye, there remains a dragon to manage, but I saw her flight as she flew away, wounded, and I deem more than her pride was injured here. And without Gorgar to command, her grip over our kind will surely be loosened. Enjoy the victory, but prepare for the next. It is a Longbeard saying, but all of the Gabil'akkâ would do well to keep it in mind.
We have the victory! Gundabad is ours!
Bosi nods with satisfaction despite his own injury. Brogur would be pleased at our success, but if I know my cousin, he would be disappointed that he missed all the fighting. And yet, his son Broin fought well when the Dwarrowmoot was interrupted, so perhaps fatherly pride would prove a balm for Brogur's heart. Bosi peers at you closely. Do you know something, my friend? During the battle, while you made your way to the peak, I thought I saw my cousin fighting alongside you. It must have been only a trick of the light, but for a moment I would have sworn it was Brogur. Well, it is a day for battle shouts and tales of glory, and those were always my cousin's favorite days. Perhaps he could not resist one more. Yeah, so it seems the Maltagar, the Angmarim artifact, well, of course it was used somehow to move the anvil all the way here. But it gave Bosi one last time with Brogur, so I think that's okay. That's some good out of the enemy's evil again.
When we set out from Skarhold, did you think this is where our journey would lead?
When we set out for the Wells of Langflot from Skarhold, did you think this is where our journey would lead? Certainly not. I tell you now that I did, for the Shellroca are noted optimists. Benko laughs long and loudly. Perhaps not, my friend, but both Durin and Prince Ingor have reached an understanding, and their agreements should end years of tension and conflict. A place will be made for my people in Gundabad, and we will work together with the Longbeards to defend it from any who would seek to take it from us, whether they be orc or dragon or any other fearsome foe. I will yet have a hearth above which to hang my brother's sword, and I know both Lycon and Dusek would be pleased. You should have told me you plan to invite Hrímil Frostheart and her armies. But the day belongs to us, and the dragon has escaped to nurse her wounds. If Durin and the Shellroca prince know what they are doing, they will dispatch courageous warriors to put an end to the threat of Harem fast. Still, this is a great victory, and I intend to celebrate it. I advise you do the same. Yeah, we'll get to Hrímil eventually, but not today. Orcs pressed in around us, and I thought for sure it was the end. But then, Fastred and Broin came rushing by, and they swung their axes so swiftly and in such concert, they seemed to be one dwarf and not two. I have never seen anything like it. Their battle dance was really something. You don't suppose Fastred has a sister she hasn't mentioned? I never cared much for women before, but the sight of their spirit scaffold has made me want to find a deadly dwarf woman would wish to share such joyful combat, and let our enemies beware. You let me know if you find one, Beriathan, and I shall tidy my beard and sharpen my axe blade, the better to impress her. Yeah, well, I wouldn't give up on you, buddy. I mean, just a few episodes ago, well, some episodes ago, Broin was smitten with Zuriel, and, well, See him now with fast trade. So yeah, I think there's hope for you still. Shouldn't have taken those skills. I'm gonna need the backspace. I don't know how yet, but well.
When first I came to Elderslade, I asked you to keep a secret for me. Do you remember?
I feared I did not have the courage to fight another war like the one that claimed my father Brogur's life in Dark Khazad-dûm. And I did not. When the dragon appeared above the Dwarrowmoot, it was as if I was back in the depths of that drowned treasury, scared and alone, but this time there was no Sigelberg near at hand, no hope of survival. I despaired, Beriathan, and I thought to run. Broin stared at his feet. When he looks up at you again, a fire blazes in his eyes. But then I saw Fastrit standing near, and a great courage rushed through me, a courage I never thought I could have again. I raised my axe, and without a word the two of us set upon the approaching orcs, and our battle dance was like nothing I had ever experienced. I would not have thought it possible, but so it was, and now Gundabad is ours.
You made it!
We did not have a good view of the peak, so I could not tell exactly what befell you once you departed up the slope, but Broin assured me that you knew what you were doing. As for us, it turns out that Broin and I complement each other in battle fairly well. I knew what this axe would do even before he did, and he knew the same for mine. I would prefer not to boast, but I dare say the orcs will not choose to tangle with the two of us for some time, and if they do, beware. Once my master Stali begins to teach me the art of sculpting, I should like to immortalize this battle in stone. Picture this, Beriathan. Me and dear Broin back to back, axes at the ready, while a whirlwind of orcs and hobgoblins encircle us. Our foes are caught from a single sweep of the rogue, with no telling where one enemy ends and another begins. And for a name? Perhaps I will call it the Courtship. Fastrit blushes suddenly. Well, perhaps. We will see. Names are very difficult, aren't they? Yeah, I will agree with you on that one, Fastrit. Names are quite difficult.
This was a great victory for the Longbeards and for Prince Durin. You know what that means.
There will be a tremendous call for me to make statues of everyone involved, heroes in mighty pose with their weapons aloft. I will be kept busy for years and will need to hollow out the mountain entire to have stone enough. Perhaps I should accelerate the training of my apprentice after all. But one thing still confuses me, Beriathan. I am perplexed by the identity of the mysterious dwarf you accompanied to the peak. Do you know who he was? You stare at Stali in disbelief, for surely the sculptor has spent hours working on mosaics depicting the likeness of Mótsog. You don't know either, I suppose, Stali continues. He did seem a regal and powerful figure. I wonder if he knows anything about the Zabad-ibîn. I give up on the Zabad-ibîn, Stali. There's only one missing, and I'm already working on that one too. Here we have Mótsog. Now, you will see right now it's evening, but we are still seeing the sunset, much like the slopes of Erebor during Durin's day. Whenever you come here, you will be at dusk at all times. And that of course goes in line with Mótsog saying, well, he only had one day left. Mótsog gazes at the western horizon.
My day is nearly up, friend of my friend. The sun is setting.
I will rest well with the knowledge that Durin is once again at home in Gundabad, as he should have been. And when he is king, he will lead all the dwarves into a new age of peace and prosperity, as was always his desire. Mótsog stands quietly for a moment. When next he speaks, his voice is low, as if he addresses someone you cannot see. In all the long years of my sleep, through which I watch all the trials of the dwarves, I have seen the end of countless days, but I have never seen a sunset so beautiful as this. Lost in his thoughts, he has forgotten you stand near. You decide to leave him in peace. Yeah, let him enjoy his last sunset. he doesn't need us standing near. Anyhow. What about Durin and the other dwarves?
I must thank you again, my friend, for all your help.
We could not have retaken the mountain home without you. Now, I need 1, 2, 3, 4 backspaces for completing this quest, and I only have 2. So I think I can open my vault? Maybe? I can leave these treasures in here for a little bit, and well, maybe not the treasures. I can just take all these pipe wheat that I haven't taken the chance to leave at my house chest, but it will work there in the vault, I guess. Are you ready? Because this is the big one. This is gonna be level 140. There we go.
Where has Mótsog gone? I wished to speak with him before the day was ended.
There we go. There you have it. Level 140. Can you believe it? So your level has changed to 140. We got, well, all these goodies. 1 class trait point, Delvin's introduction. Well, we'll get to that later, I guess. Where has Mótsog gone? I wish to speak with him before the day was ended. It is not too late, is it? Will you come with me, Beriathan? Let us find him in the chamber beneath Gundabad, if it is not already too late. There is something I wish to ask him, and I will regret it if I do not. Oh, This one also awards ancient script, and I don't have enough there. So that still checks out with what I was thinking. I was thinking about finishing some of the things that we still have left in Gundabad and leaving the epilogue for the very last, which doesn't check too much with the idea that Mótsog only has 1 day left, but from a storyline perspective, it does help a little bit. Conquering the 3 peaks, this is for unlocking dailies. The Dwarves of Gundabad have a plan to reclaim the mountain home and need your assistance. Those encamped at the steep set in Matugard have devised a plan to retake Gundabad by gathering precious resources, aiding covert encounters, and participating in well-timed assaults. Their plans will not come to pass without great heroes leading the charge. Answer their call, for now is the time to conquer the 3 peaks. Yeah, that once again is for the dailies. I don't think I will be doing the dailies for the main series. There's not a lot of big story developments in them. So I think, yeah, there's really no need for doing that. But I am a big fan of this sort of sunsets, so I do wish to take a picture with it. My banner is not in the frame, so I guess I will need to redo it somehow. Like the banner in here and the stoic pose in here. Yeah, this one, it's a little bit better. Yeah, I like it. I really like it. That was it, truly. Now, the next part of our journey, I guess, would be recovering the last of the Zabad-ibîn. I think we have enough time today for that, and we'll see about about what comes next. So we have Delvin's introduction. Nothing else. New skirmish available, new encounters available to you. Yeah, there are actually 2 new instances that we have unlocked now that we have hit level 140. The first one would be well, the Houses of Rest. No, not the Houses of Rest. It's minimal level 130. It's gonna be, well, the Hidden Hoard of Abhâr. But both the Houses of Rest and the Hidden Hoard, we'll get to them later. I really hope that we can get to the Hidden Hoard for the main series.
Durin's folk shall endure, as we always have.
There's no reason why we shouldn't. There are still a lot of people running the raid. I just gotta find a spot in one group doing that. But first, I'm actually... let us recover the jewel. Really nice outfit for the hobbit. For an adventuring hobbit. Yeah, this is mostly, well, different sets of rewards from different places, but it does look quite nice. Anyway, let's see about this cloak. Agility, physical mastery, vitality. No, I think my Shield of the Hammerhand still works better.
Yes?
The secret Jewel of Abhâr has been found, but there is a problem. It has been found by a Dourhand, Mangur Bentpenny, in the Welkin-lofts. I ask you to find a way to retrieve it from this Dourhand without causing too unpleasant an incident. Where exactly would he be located? Oh my god. We were just there. We were just there. Why? Okay. At least we are not that far. Let's see. How many tasks would he have us complete? I guess we'll need to ride to make this a little bit faster. Oh my god, still quite a ride. But hey, it does work. With a little bit of luck, we also can avoid all the unnecessary fights. Hopefully. We're almost there. Oh, okay, there he is, but of course... Oh, no, that wolf didn't attack us. Awesome. But the giant will. Oh, jeez.
What do you need?
What is it you want, stranger? The Jewel of Abhâr? Why, is that what this stone I found is called? Sounds important. Sounds even more important if you've come asking about it, I think. Do you expect me to just give it to you? I lay claim to it after all, I found it fair. If you want this jewel, then what are you going to do for me? Let me think. Ah, yes, I've got just the thing. I've always wanted the horn of a silver drake. They are rare beasts, but I've seen one or two here in the Welkin-lofts. You get me the horn of a silver drake and then we'll talk, not before. The horn of the silver drake, well, we did find a silver drake when we were looking for the vistas in the Welkin-lofts. Do you remember, right? So I think maybe, yeah, it's a little bit of, I mean, it wouldn't make much sense without swift travel, but it's the most time efficient way of doing things, I guess. We can muster in Leistad, gather a couple of stable masters, a couple of rights, and make our way to the Silver Drake.
Durin's folk shall endure, as we always have.
That way we can avoid a couple of unnecessary riding around. I think we should have also gotten a couple of new mails, but since those mails are not relevant for today's episode, I guess I'll make sure I double check before the next one, and be back to you with that. So yeah, we completed chapter 11, but the main series is not over yet. We still have well, the Jewel of Abhâr that we're gonna complete today. We still have the epilogue, that it's really not that long, but we also need to complete. We have the Houses of Rest. We also need to do that one. We should have gotten a quest for that really soon. We have the Shelrock Allegiance. So all in all, I think we still have at least 2 episodes to go before we are truly done with Gundabad. We'll find out soon, I guess. Oh, come on! Jump this thing! Now you resisted. Christ! Would you please die already? Collected the horn of a silver drake. Would you please leave me alone? Alright, our milestone skill is out of cooldown again. Which I guess it's nice. We can go back to Mangur a little bit easier and faster that way too. It's to the south, yeah, I always forget. I'm wondering, well, we've got 2 cosmetic cloaks. Ceremonial Cloak of Durin's Legacy, which is this one in here, which depicts a fragment of the mosaic in the Chamber of Zul'Mazal. And we have the hooded version, which is sort of standard now after you complete important sections of the story. But what I wanted to check was actually, I think I already have those 2 cloaks on my shared storage. I don't? Well, I can take them into the storage now. Durin's legacy. Alright. Well, that way I can free up some backspace. There are also the matter of the 140 essence boxes, which I have a couple. I can free up some backspace in here. All these boxes you see here are rare crafting materials, so maybe I can also open them up, free some backspace, use the shards for gear or for essences. We'll find out soon enough. Well, I'm gonna figure that out on my own. Finally level 140. That's... oh my god. That's a long time coming. Almost 3 years of content in the channel. And for me, it's been almost about 2.5 years of playing, without taking into account the different breaks I took. But it's been almost 3 years, all things considered.
Well met!
What? You got the horn of a silver drake? Mangur Bentpenny mumbles under his breath. This fool should be dead. Mangur Bentpenny clears his throat and continues speaking to you. Huh, I can see you really are serious about this jewel. Your desire to own this gem makes it more valuable, however. The price has gone up. The horn you gave me is not a fair trade. I need something more. Iron Crown treasures. My friends and I have been trying to acquire the Iron Crown treasures hidden in the Welkin-lofts, but to no avail. If you can find and bring us these hidden treasures, then I will relinquish the jewel to you. You have my word. Again. Yeah, I guess you cannot trust these Dourhands too much. I think so far the only honorable Dourhands in a way. Well, on one hand, the traders that we rescued in Mount, and on the other hand, and that's maybe stretching it a little bit, Brothar and his Dourhands fighting the Angmarim in Carbron, especially Redbart, but even them were a little fishy, not too honest about their real purposes. So all that is to say, we really shouldn't have trusted Mangur to keep his word, I guess. The good thing is getting Angmarim in this camp should be really quick. Just gotta make sure that we don't overdo it with the pulls. But no, they don't. Yeah, they don't drop the treasure when they die. You have to actually collect them. You remember I told you? Those chests that we see here will come into play later. I had forgotten about them, to be honest with you, but that's what we have. These are the treasures that we actually need to collect. So it's gonna be a little bit longer than I thought. We are already over the 1 hour mark. It seems we're gonna spend a couple more minutes just picking these treasures. Hopefully we'll be able to do this a little bit more quickly. I think once again we do need to gotta take this unintended shortcut. It's maybe not what they intended, what the devs intended for us to do, but once again I think it's the most time efficient way of doing things, and we are hard pressed for time now. Please die. Thank you. I Iron Crown treasure. Okay, yeah. Atop this ramp, which was right next to the rare chest in the camp. Halfway through, but still have a couple things left to do with this one. Come on, I thought I had applied some of my dots on you. Really going as fast as I can. Alright, so this is chest number 5. It seems this is one of those cases in which you have exactly the number of items you need to collect scattered around the map. So there's not a lot of leeway for you to grab different things. Please, you die as well. 6 out of 7. 6 out of 8. Christ. This guy too. There's gotta be another treasure in here, right? Oh, okay. Here's one. Interrupted. Oh, jeez. Please stop it. More dwarven treasures in here. So it seems this camp had 9 treasures, and you need to collect 8 of them. So yeah, not a lot of leeway. Could have been worse, but it could have been better. For God's sake, just die. Finally. Please tell me I can go back and they will give me what I want now. Yeah, we really need to do this quick. I think it's also a great time to start piling up on some of these boxes. I've gotten a couple keys from the reward track, as everyone else, I guess. But also, well, I also have some keys for my anniversary boxes. So yeah, I guess I'll do a little bit more with them. I don't even know how many keys do I have. Oh, you picked the absolute worst spot in the Welkin-lofts to camp. Top of that, Black is killing me. Christ. Is that all?
Greetings.
Why, this is a lot of treasure. Look at all these trinkets and gems. I almost feel badly trading you this one jewel for all of this treasure, but a deal is a deal. Have your jewel and be on your way. I might just pack it in. With all these riches, I could find a quiet mountain and live out the rest of my days in peace. Well, it's been nice trading with you, stranger. Mangur Bentpenny reluctantly hands you the Jewel of Abhâr. Yeah, what do you mean reluctantly? A deal is a deal, as you said, and I'm off before you change your mind.
Have you a moment?
Not really. I'm on my way back to the throne. Alright, there we go. We're about to complete the throne of Zidir-nesad. Where's Rísti? Ah well, we gotta add the jewel first, of course. Go, added the Jewel of Abhâr to the throne of Zidir-nesad. Finally, the throne is complete. There you see it. Yeah, I gotta say, the 3 jewels at the top are what actually gives this throne all the color. I'm not an expert on color theory, but that's my perception. Thank you for retrieving the Jewel of Abhâr, Beriathan, for the orange light that shines from this gem symbolizes reason, and if there is one quality that best describes the dwarves, it's that one. Well, I see it more yellow than orange, but you do you. It is true, my friend. I hope you don't think all dwarves act without thought. For when something is of great importance to our people, I assure you there is much consideration that goes on just beneath the surface. Indeed, some dwarves may do much of their thinking out loud, as it seems your friend the Dourhand may have done. I am glad you endured the tasks of Mangur Bentpenny, my friend. For now, the Jewel of Abhâr has been restored to its proper place in the throne, and that is reason enough. Rísti Graver chuckles to himself. Just my little joke, Beriathan. Thank you again.
Durin's folk shall endure, as we always have.
Beriathan, it is hard to believe, but my eyes do not deceive me. The throne of Zidir-nesad has been restored. Let us admire our work. Yes, I say ours, for this was as much your doing as it was my own. Yeah, you helped me locate them all? That is true, but I did all the legwork. Anyway, yeah, we gotta admire this throne. And I think I'm also gonna take a picture of it, but not gonna waste any more of your time doing so. Let us just admire the throne. The throne has been restored, as impressive as when it was newly made. And we should know we witnessed it during Durin's memories.
Yes?
It is as the text described, a simple and beautiful throne illuminated by power and compassion. We should send word to Prince Ingor. He has done much to keep safe the throne and the halls near the steepset. He will be pleased to gaze upon the throne restored. Please tell me you're not gonna have an instance for me. I've already done all you wanted.
There are those who believe that Hrímil has a plan.
That was the quest for the raid, as I told you, but once again, we're not doing that one today. Hopefully soon. Just gotta find someone willing to do the thing. But well, this... If the quest ends here, this will gonna leave us right inside the Allegiance Hall, and I think that would be the best moment to do the Allegiance quests. We'll see.
What is this?
You say the throne of Zidir-nesad has been restored? This is a momentous day indeed. I shall depart for the throne immediately. Meet me there, Beriathan. Really? I don't know, I mean, maybe it's just the fact that I am really hard pressed for time now, and this is going on and on and on. But it also makes sense in my head. We just reclaimed Gundabad. As Durin has said, Gundabad is now ours. Even though Hrímil is still alive, she is not much of a threat right now. And seeing as how Gundabad is ours, it makes sense that we will officialize the reclamation in a way by restoring the throne. So these two things in my mind go hand in hand, but I would wish this hadn't taken so long. When you arrive, Prince Ingor sits confidently upon the throne. Something that I guess most Longbeards will not see with good eyes. So, what do you have to say for yourself, Ingor?
I am just testing it out.
This is not my throne to claim, yet. Fine craftsmanship, you and Rísti Graver have done well. I and all the Sheldrocka give you our respect and thanks on this day. Huh, do you hear that? Do you see that? Listen well to Matugard and truly look out from the heights. Something has changed. From up above? From here, I guess you mean. This is a good place to look out over Matugard. You begin to see a home for the Sheldrocka, for all dwarves, in this mighty court. And this is a good place to listen to the sounds of Matugard. You hear not the sound of conflict, but the sound of lives being lived. That's a very nice sentiment as well. Yeah, I guess we did a lot. And the Sheldrocka can now start living their lives.
Aye?
It has been a pleasure working with you. I am sure there is more work in Gundabad for me and for you as well. May our paths cross again, friend Warden. Take care of yourself. Thank you, Rísti. It was fine restoring this with you. So I'm gonna take the earring. And we have the frame, which has been auto-consumed. So, if you don't mind, I'm gonna be using this frame for a little bit, not indefinitely, but for a little bit longer, just for bragging rights, you know? Both in and out of the game, I mean. Bragging rights for all players. It's not as special maybe as it was when Gundabad initially released, but it's still a lot of work and it deserves to be used, at least for a time, but also bragging rights to all the other dwarves, so when they see me they will know I am the one who restored the Zabad-ibîn, not Stali and not anyone else. It was just me, and I did it out of kindness of course, but a little recognition does go a long way. So that's it. We have finally restored the throne of Zidir-nesad, we have reclaimed Gundabad, and that will truly be all for today's episode. Thank you so much again for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.